right. What's on your mind today?
Well, how was practice this week?
It's been good. It's been really good. You know, it's been kind of had a championship feel to it all week. You know, I like the energy that these guys have played with. Have had good focus. I think that the guys have had a real sense of urgency from an accountability standpoint, which is what it's going to take. Because everybody's got a job to do. Everybody's got to be dependable and accountable and responsible to each other. And if you're going to win a championship game, it's about execution and not making mistakes. So I think mentally we're in a good spot. Excited about heading up there tomorrow and playing for all the marbles.
How's Philip Price responded this week?
He's practiced well. He's gone every day, and that's been good for him. Hadn't had any issues. So hopefully we don't have any in the game, but haven't had any issues at all really with anybody. Injury-wise, we've been in really good shape this week for the first time in a few weeks.
So he's better. I know Robbie was concerned with his kickouts, I think you said after the game.
Yeah, he just didn't think he was reacting like he needed to, and gave up a pressure early, and he just didn't think he was pushing off on it well, and didn't like the matchup. With not quite being 100%. So we went with Brandon, but feel good where we are this week.
So who will start at left guard?
Philip, and then Brandon Thomas will start at guard.
Any other injuries?
No, really. We've had a good. This has been I got Tony Stewart's the only one on the report, which is, like I said, I mean, we got a lot of guys that just get maintenance type stuff, but nobody that can't go.
I wanted to ask you about that after the game this past Saturday. Steve Spurrier had a comment that said, we ain't Alabama, we ain't LSU, but we ain't Clemson, in kind of a derogatory tone, and wondered if you had a comment on that.
Well, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's sad that I get asked a question like that on a Thursday, before a championship game. I heard that. That's the kind of thing that gets back to you. But and I don't know if he really said that or not. But I guess he did. There's been no rebuttal. But if he said that, that's disappointing, to be honest with you. Because I was taught to win and lose with class, and that's kind of a childish thing to put out there, to be honest with you. I think that our program here speaks for itself, and I guess I'd have to say I agree with him, to be honest with you. If I had to say anything, I guess if I had to respond, I'd say he's right. They're not Clemson, and they're never going to be Clemson, to be honest with you. And you know what? No 3-game winning streak's going to change that. It's not the first time they've won 3 in a row, and it won't be the last time. It might be 50 more years, but it'll probably happen again. But I've gone out of my way to be complimentary to them and complimentary to Coach Spurrier. Got a lot of respect for Coach Spurrier, but I'm going to defend my program. I'm going to defend my players, my coaches. I'm going to defend Clemson University because I believe in it. And I just think that I think he's exactly right. I think that they're not Clemson, again, they never will be. You're looking at the best era in the history of South Carolina football right now. I think they just had their second 10-win season, and they won a championship in 1969 and the 2010 SEC East. And this rivalry, there's a lot of rivalries out there. This is more of a domination, and that's the fact. My kids, grandkids won't live long enough to ever see this really become a rivalry. It is what it is. So, again, I got respect for their program, but South Carolina's not Clemson. There's a lot of differences. This is a place that's won a national title, 17 conference championships, 2 division titles. Heck, we've won more bowl games than they've ever even been to. I think our program's got 100+ more wins than South Carolina. That's that's reality. You know, I mean, you're looking at, and I've been complimented. That's the best era they've had in 115 years of South Carolina football is right now, and they've done a great job. I mean, a great job, and they've whipped our butt in the last 3 years. It's my job to change that. You know, Coach Spurrier's been there 7 years. You know, and after 5 years, I think he had 35 wins, and I think a new contract and all that kind of stuff. And you know, after 5 years at Clemson, if I've only got 35 wins, there's going to be a new coach here. And you know what? There should be, because there's a different standard. And so he's exactly right. They ain't Alabama, they ain't LSU, and they're certainly not Clemson. And you know, that's why Carolina's in Chapel Hill and USC's in California. And the university in this state always has been, always will be Clemson. And it's right here in Clemson, South Carolina. So you can print that, tweet that, whatever. You know, but again, it's ridiculous that I'm getting asked a question like that on Thursday before a championship game. But I'm proud of who we are. I know who we are at Clemson. And, you know, I know where we're going. But I guess my response is he's right. He's exactly right. What do y'all want to talk about? Anything else?
Sounds good.
I'm good. Now that we had to pull that out.